We've all been motivated in our life at least once, whether that be you're trying to get into shape, maybe eat better, maybe work on this project that you've really been wanting to do, or maybe learn how to do some new trick or something, right? But I think we can all agree that motivation can only last so long. And that's why I think discipline is so important. Discipline for me is something that I feel like I've been trying to be better at for a while. And I definitely think I'm not the worst, but I think it's good to talk about kind of out loud to kind of hold myself accountable by making this video, but also trying to help other people out because whatever it is, right? Maybe it could be something at your job. Maybe it's like in my case, making YouTube videos or trying to get into shape or whatever it is, right? Motivation, yes, it can help. Like, especially those first couple days, you're really motivated to do it. But after those first couple days or weeks, however long the motivation lasts, you're going to hit a point where you don't have that motivation anymore. And you're kind of asking yourself, like, why are you doing this? And that's, I think, where discipline can come in because there's going to be days where, for me, making YouTube videos, whatever, it's not necessarily the most fun thing. I don't want to do it. It's not that I don't necessarily enjoy it. It's just more of like, oh, I could rather, I'd rather just chill today or do this or that, right? But discipline is very important because on those days where you don't want to do it, especially like working out is a very good example. On those days you really just don't want to work out. If you're disciplined, you're like, no matter how tired I am or whatever it is, unless like you're like seriously like sick or like injured or something, you're gonna go to the gym no matter what. And I think those days where you are disciplined and you do what you need to do on the days that you don't want to are the best days. Those are the days you're going to grow the most. And for me, for YouTube, the past couple of weeks, I've just not really been uploading, haven't really been streaming, and there's not like a specific reason. I'm not here to make excuses. It's just now I need to just get back into the groove of everything and stay consistent. I've made a video on consistency, probably one of the first videos on this channel. I remember I said that because I wanted to be consistent on this channel and I wanted that video to kind of hold myself accountable because it was one of my first ever videos. And I've kind of failed in a way of doing that, but I'm not like taking it too hard on myself. It's just, I think everything in life is like a learning experience pretty much. And like, I'm super young too. So it's like, I'm not stressing too much. And I've been on YouTube for a while. I mean, it's probably been, I don't remember when I first actually started uploading, maybe like 2012 or 13. So nothing, I guess, to be ashamed of. But yeah, discipline, I think, is very important. And I don't know, you, the viewer listening, if there's something in your life that you really want to go for. Maybe it's like this job, this dream job you have. Maybe it's making YouTube videos. Maybe it's a promotion at a job. Maybe it's getting into shape or whatever it is. I want you all to just have the word discipline in your head. And just kind of, I feel like for me, I like to kind of like repeat the word discipline in my head at times. Like, I know this is kind of weird, but for me, so I know this is probably not going to make like much sense to maybe some people, but in a game like Valorant, a video game, or CSGO, they're basically kind of the same game. In that game, for me, like if you plant the bomb and you're in a post-plant position when you're attacking and the bomb's down, you just need the defenders to push you now because if you don't know what Valorant or CSGO is, long story short, if you ever played Call of Duty Search and Destroy, it's kind of like that. But when you plant the bomb on attack, once the bomb is down, the defenders need to defuse the bomb. So they are on the attack now and you're defending. And for me in that situation, I always know that like as the attacker who's defending the bomb, you do not need to overextend or do anything. For me in that situation, I always want to be like, I need to stay disciplined. I need to waste time if I can or whatever it is. And it's just something that popped up in my head because Valorant has a thing called Premiere, and it's this mode where like you can basically create your own team of like friends, whatever it is, and you guys play out like a whole season. It's usually like a couple of weeks, and then there's like playoffs. And I did a little bit of IGLing at the time, which it stands for in-game leader. So I was like kind of like the person who was like giving the comms and stuff, and that doesn't really matter, like whatever. It's just more of like for me being like the IGL, whatever. I wanted to make sure that in post plants we would try to play as disciplined as we can, and just any scenario, like if you have the advantage, whether it could literally be even like basketball or whatever it is, just making sure that like if you're up at like 20 points in a basketball game, you got to stay disciplined still. You have to still do the things that got you to the lead. But we're humans, so obviously like it's hard at times, and when you get comfortable, this is why like you could in anything, I feel like in life, to be very successful for a long time and consistently, it takes that discipline. I mean, if you look at Floyd Mayweather, the boxer, he was undefeated, and that was for a very good reason. When he first started boxing, he worked very, very hard. And even to his final fights, and even now when he does his exhibition fights, he is still super disciplined. Maybe not as much because the competition isn't as crazy, but he still keeps himself in shape, and like he is still disciplined with his workouts. He understands that like there is no time off really. I need to be ready at any point. And yeah, no, I think discipline is very, very important. Obviously, I've been kind of yapping now at this point, but that is the channel. If you're new here, this is Thorn Yaps. And I'm hoping that this video, it should be my first video back in a couple weeks. I can take this and hopefully like really, really actually like go through with it and be disciplined. Even for me, I want to start getting back into like working out, especially, and just eating better and stuff, because I feel like my health has been getting worse. Not like crazy, but like you can definitely like feel it. And yeah, I just want to try to get other stuff better. I understand that there's going to be obviously bumps in the road. I mean, like that's just life. I've had a lot of those, and you listening as a viewer, you probably had those. It's tough because maybe you're going for a certain goal or whatever, and then like something happens, there's like a huge bump in the road, and you're like, damn, I was so close to getting whatever my goal was, and then this happened. But it's like you got to still stay focused, because you got to keep in mind there's a lot of people that probably want the same goal as you, and whenever they get a bump in the road, if their mindset is just to quit and you continue, then you're going to stand out. So yeah, I think success has to do a lot with discipline and consistency. Motivation can obviously help, but it's only like temporary. So yeah, I just want to make this video. I don't know if it helped anyone out, but I appreciate you guys listening to me yap. It's been a while since I've yapped. It actually did feel pretty good. So all right, guys, take care. See you guys in the next one.